Bentum-Quantson.
Born in Axim in the Western region, Kofi Bentum-Quantson is a distinguished Ghanaian security and intelligence expert. He began his career as a young detective with the Special Branch of the Ghana Police Service, where he steadily rose through the ranks to become director. Following the reorganization and renaming of the Special Branch as the Bureau of National Investigations (BNI), he was appointed its director. Today, he shares the story of his remarkable journey on Footprints.
Welcome back. It's Footprint. It's not many times that we get the opportunity to have a chat with people who have, if you like, worked within the security space. So this is a rare opportunity, and thanks for allowing us into your home again, Uncle.
That's a nice service all the time.
You people have a better understanding of national service. We don't. We don't at all.
Maybe.
But how are you doing?
I'm good by the grace of God.
Good. We in our earlier episode, you told us about your beginning, your schooling, the Axim connection, the near Fanti connection sometimes, and you walked us through the various stages in your quote-unquote security journey, and and then we had gotten to the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah and the roles played by certain persons within the police service at the time, i.e. Hali, and Deku, is that correct? And the rest, and then fast forward, we saw the coming on board of Dr. Buzia, and then again, Professor Akuffo becoming the head of the security institution where you were working. Now, I am interested in the transition from the Buzia to the Acheampong thing. And so because, there's always a risk associated with that kind of transition for people like yourselves. Because you are at the forefront of security and intelligence engagement. And so there has to be some compromise of some sort for things to slip through. And correct me if I'm wrong.
What things?
For if you like, the aggressor to have their way.
Yeah. If you look at national security in terms of patriotism,
yes,
professional patriotism, transition is slightly wobbling.
Okay.
It's wobbling, particularly if the outgoing government and the incoming one are not the best of friends.
I mean, not in a coup d'etat. They can never be friends if it's a coup d'etat.
There's a certain amount of patriotism in the factor, see, where you are protecting the state, that's your duty, then the state is overthrown. There is a certain amount of psychological dislocation.
Okay.
But the professional is trained to absorb it.
Okay. the professionals like yourselves become targets anyway.
We become targets because of the illiteracy of the citizens.
Okay.
The belief that the security people who can protect government is, pardon my language, nonsensical.
You don't attribute it to partisanship at that level for some of them.
Some, the human institution, you are bound to have left and right.
Okay.
See. But the predominant feeling, notion that government will persist and survive only on security.
Okay.
You see, that's wrong.
Right.
Particularly if security becomes one of regime protection, not national security.
Right.
Where the government itself is fixated on protecting itself in terms of security by the police, military, and so on. It is the well-being of the people and their contentment that determines the security. You can have all the military experts, security men around your house and so on. If the people don't want to, you will go. It's a question of time.
But tell me, you made reference to the 66 coup and the aftermath, and you had made reference to it with certain factual errors in our last episode. You care to comment about that?
Oh, going through my archives, I have mental archives. I replay what happens every day before I sleep.
Wow.
Kotuka was the military point man, and Ankara was
That's
the
for the 66 coup.
Yes, coup. When Ankara fled office, I will explain later, the Kotuka was not the next chairman of the NLC. Normally, we would have expected that Hali, who was deputy, would take over.
Deputy chairman of the NLC.
Yes, but Akuffo took over. And there are many reasons for that, there will be no time for that. You have to say that even though Kotuka was in that pivotal, important position, he never
after the coup d'etat.
After the coup d'etat, and
General Kotuka did not become the chairman.
No. Ankara became the chairman. General Ankara.
Yes.
Yes.
And then left General Ankara to become the chairman.
Yes. Ankara became chairman.
Good. And then when Ankara left, Akuffo took over.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the chronology.
Yes.
Right. Good.
And many were wondering why Mr. Hali, who was deputy chairman, didn't take over. It's another long discourse. I believe for sensitive reasons. Because if he became chairman, the next senior person will be Mr. Deku. You see, so you have sensitive matters creeping in. You can't have the chairman belonging to one region, the deputy another region, the most important military man another region. That will have been a problem.
You must in same region.
If you say a region,
Okay.
that would have been a problem.
All right.
And then also the importance of the military in the coup is very crucial. I told you, Africa played a very important role in the whole setup.
Of the coup d'etat.
Yes,
or
the coup d'etat.
NLC
Or the coup d'etat. That the soldiers who came to Accra, he was the leader of the soldiers who came to attack Faster House before Kotuka joined him.
Okay.
So he was a very important person. And if you study his, he was very outward talking, broken no nonsense. You see, so I don't know for sure, but I believe that they could not have left him in that position. So Ankara left for some reasons. Then Akuffo became the chairman of the NLC, yeah, that's the point, yeah.
Meaning head of state. At
Head
the
of state, yeah.
All right. So we put that in context. We will come back to the 13th January coup d'etat, at which point you were, if you like, a senior officer within the security institution. Was it still special branch?
Special branch.
It was still special branch, and which was at the time headed by Professor Fusuama, you said. Can you recount within the security circles the events leading to the 13th January coup of 1972?
Yeah. The one which overthrew Acheampong, is it?
No, the one that overthrew Dr. Buzia.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a recap. We did that.
Yeah. It's, from our point of view,
Yes.
Acheampong became a security risk.
Where was he at the time?
The brigade commander.
In Accra.
Yeah, in Tashi. He became a risk because there were activities were undertaken.
Was he vocal?
He wasn't vocal.
Was he influential within the military system?
I'm not too sure he was.
Okay.
Because I know that his being appointed brigade commander was resisted by some of the senior military people.
Okay.
You see.
So he was in Takrady before,
I
right?
can't go into details, but that area brings another important part about our tribal biases. You see. I know some senior people opposed to being a brigade commander, I know for sure. And Buzia insisted. He was the chief of state, he insisted. I told you about how the report about Acheampong submitted to him was referred to the defense minister, who dismissed the whole thing in a very ridiculous way. There's one twist I didn't see. Buzia wasn't a stupid man, a professor, trained in intellectual analysis. Why did he so readily throw that report away? He believed that
This is the report of...
Acheampong's activities before the coup,
Okay.
which he referred
Which
to.
was prepared by your outfit.
Yes, a very comprehensive report detailing what factors we had observed that suggested
That he was a suspect for a coup
he was up to something. You know. And the report was referred to the Minister of Defense without clear executive orders. That is never done.
Who again was the defense minister at the
A
time?
guy called Adama, I think.
Is it BK Adama?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be. See, you don't treat reporting that way. You see, you read and pick out what executive action ought to be done. You know, it is a taboo to hand over the whole report of a special branch to a defense minister, whose understanding and appreciation could not match up to the security threats involved. It doesn't matter he was defense minister, but he came from a certain background.
Yeah.
That didn't make him an expert in defense
That's
matters.
correct.
You know. Buzia didn't believe that an account could overthrow him. He didn't. Otherwise, then you have to dismiss him as a, no, but I can't. Anybody who is literate in the English language, reading that report, the analysis made by a department headed by Professor Fusuama, will not toy with words and so on and so on.
But Ovosama is gone, right?
It's gone, yes, it's gone. It's gone. You see. That is the only way I can explain why Buzia dismissed or what word do I use?
Well, he didn't take it seriously as you would expect.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Not I would expect, but as
Not you as...
I know.
Yeah.
if you don't take the report of your special branch, headed by your own protege, who was an intelligent, young, brilliant fellow, analyzing the events and making suggestions, and you don't take it seriously, then there's something wrong with you.
Okay, so that's from the intelligence point. But in terms of physical activity around town, is there any observations that came close to your table that you can share?
That led to Buja's.
Yeah.
He was having a bit of problems. You see, when you are outside government, things are clear-cut, black and white. When you get into it, blue, black, navy blue,
Gray.
see. So those loud democratic professions, they don't match up to a few things. You know, he had to disband the TUC.
Buzia.
Yes.
Disband.
Because they were threatening to go on strike. You know, I've forgotten the law. But his parliament met in the castle, not in parliament, and under a certificate of urgency, disbanded the TUC in one day. You know.
So TUC, the institution was just outlawed like that.
It was disbanded.
Straight up.
The buildings were taken over by security people. It was a precise security operation because he felt his government threatened by labor.
Yeah.
I have forgotten the details.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's incredible.
So people began to, you are a democratic person. Why are you going to interfere with labor organization?
Yeah.
Then there was a case called the Apollo 568, if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Where some civil servants were dismissed, coming to for the Constitution. And there's some, I think Sarah went to court, challenged it.
Who was Salah?
Well, a senior public servant,
Okay.
to challenge their dismissal together with other people.
Yeah. But they were dismissed. What was their
As a
crime?
result of the Constitution, there was a time frame that if by this time you have not been confirmed in your post, then you are out. I've forgotten the clause, but it was there. It gave a certain leverage for the government to decide who to work with or not to work with. You know.
So these were supposedly people who were not sympathetic to his.
Not necessarily. Maybe a bit of incompatibility. You see,
You are being charitable.
the elections were conducted on, not purely on voter preference, but on tribal basis. See,
I mean, the tribal determination was stronger.
it was strong, far stronger than people expected,
Wow.
because it was between Mr. Gbedeme's National Alliance of Liberals
Liberals, yeah.
and Dr. Buza's Progress Party. Now, anybody who has studied the elections campaign will have seen the tribal implications. You know, that was going to be one region against the other region. Now, many of scientists or accountants found themselves with Dr. Buzia.
Yeah.
Some were very vocal, even indiscreet public servants. The same applied to Bodemer's National Alliance of Liberals, where his fellow Rotarians were up in a very loud way. You know, I recall that when Bodemer launched his now party at the stadium, he gave a very brilliant speech, but nobody heard it because the whole place was full of drumming.
We were drumming.
Tribal drumming from his region. Kudu, 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 kudu. This is to show you how sentient the tribal issue was.
At the time. Yeah.
So it did affect the election results. So when Buzia came into power, the people he identified as as active supporters of
Bedema.
Bedema were penciled out.
Okay.
The Bedema party too had penciled out people
From the
aligned
Busia
with
side.
Busia. So it was a game of who wins first.
Yeah.
So when Busia won, many of those who were stuck on that pole of 568 happened to be on that line.
Wow. This is Footprint, and we have Mr. KB Quantson recounting his own experiences as a security person under the various regimes. We take a short break. When we come back, we now move into how he survived under the Acheampong regime. We'll be right back.
Love the Premier League? Your DSTV premium subscription could get you there in real life, Charlie. Stay connected for your chance to watch the Premier League live. Man U versus Man City at Old Trafford, or Arsenal versus Man U in London. Stay connected to score with DSTV Premium. This promo is regulated by the NNA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. This is Footprint with Mr. KB Quantson. He has some books that we'll be talking about too. The man can write, still at his age, 92?
91. 91.
91.
Plus.
Yeah, so we'll get into 92. Onyezi. We are not even halfway through and we are suffering. It's not easy. So, yeah, the Acheampong coup now overthrew Busia, and you are left there. Your boss had been taken away. So how did you survive?
I survived the Acheampong didn't generate sentimental observers to me.
What does that mean?
See, some officers became sentimental to the head of state,
Okay.
and that often interferes with their sense of objectivity and judgment. Acheampong didn't do that. It was almost like a mystery man, because when he announced the coup, who's Acheampong?
Colonel Acheampong.
Yes. In fact, in some parts of Accra, they thought it was Aite Acheampong. So, who is this mystery man? That certainly comes up. But he's a very... I said that at one time he went to the date hotel to meet somebody there at Adabraka.
Yeah, the dates, yes.
The person has strong CPP connections. Now, when he took over the castle, one of the first officials was Kofi Bentum.
The media person.
A stout, strong Nkrumahist. 2 weeks before the coup, Kofi had a paper, The Spokesman. The banner headlines, "Go, Busia, go," 2 weeks before the coup. So when you piece together, it's a small thread, but almost invisible to the naked eye unless you apply your security lens. And when he came, there was euphoria.
That's when Acheampong came.
Yes, because many were disillusioned with Busia's so-called democratic principles. And then a few unwise remarks he made when people were taunting, they were insulting him. He used to drive from the castle to his house in Odoko.
Yeah.
Pass through the main road. The woman will be insulting him.
Really?
Buzia, I don't want to continue.
Buzia Nabu Ponti,
I didn't say it. And he was livid. And he said, "You are insulting me. I'll sacrifice to come and help you. You're insulting me. Even the water in my toilet, you can't drink it. It's better than what you are drinking." I mean,
And that's the head of state.
He's
talking.
normally a very quiet, religious preacher man.
Yeah.
So you can see the extent to which he was
At times when you
provoked.
keep quiet, you are mistaken for a wise man.
Indeed. he were insulting him.
Yeah.
You know. So there
Then
was.
he didn't have to go through Teshi.
Well,
If you can't stand it as circle, don't never go to Teshi. They will deal with you with one song and you collapse.
Indeed. And a few things he did, you know. He increased the rent for senior civil servants, I think, from 5% to 7.5%. You know.
The rent?
Rent.
Okay.
Civil servants were paying.
Okay.
And then by strange coincidence, he was staying in his own house at Odoko. Mm-hmm. But he was asking for rent allowance. Very insensitive. See, there are things that people don't think they matter, but at the grassroots level,
Of course.
you are increasing our rent. You choose to stay in your own house because the castle doesn't suit your wife's health. So stay there. Why do you take allowance at this sensitive time?
Okay.
So bits and pieces were making him unpopular, you see. And the lower heads of states, after a time, they become very short-tempered.
Yeah.
They listen, they are angry. And when they see themselves as a messiahs are going to come to rescue you, and you don't see it. See? So things were not so cool with him.
Cool.
And I know that some of his own young ministers, radical ones, were beginning to ask questions about him. Mm-hmm. You know, they were very radical ones, you know. Safwadu, a few of them have forgotten. You know.
Safwadu, Dr. Safwadu.
Dr. Safwadu, you know, a few of them, the very radical ones.
Yeah.
You know. So he was having problems. I'll give you a few examples. Mm-hmm. And
so that it
factored in the way Acheampong was received.
Oh, okay.
Then the economy was not doing the best. The economy hasn't been the best for a long time. This ritual of going to the IMF every year was on. Mm-hmm. You see. And nobody seemed to know why that architecture could not be changed. No politicians, or did they want to admit that the economic architecture imposed on that when the economy was overthrown, that was the way, you see, to make us permanent clients of the IMF and the World Bank. Mm-hmm. So that in terms of the ideological past, we won't go back into the Soviet communist system.
Yeah.
A very, very sinister, anti-nationalist poster. So.
Okay. So let's move to the Acheampong time and you yourself, how you were able to meander your way through.
It wasn't so difficult. Voshaman went away, and a career police officer became director.
Who?
A career police
yeah,
officer.
I'm telling the name.
I think it's Maunyaga.
Okay.
According to the name.
Well, Maunyaga became at some point. I don't know whether it's the same time.
Maunyaga or Mr. Awerekum. It's a long time ago. Yeah. But there was no serious shift of obedience and patriotism.
Okay.
System was there. Mm-hmm. And the way Mr. Fosuama fashioned the place, credit to him. I'd like to quote what somebody said in credit in a very negative way. One time they appointed a director who was not the best, not very suitable for the work. Mm-hmm. But he succeeded. And somebody said, you should go and thank Fosuama for the foundation he laid for such a quote-unquote idiot to be director. So you can see, he laid the foundation for professionalism and for patriotism. Even though he was a politician, he didn't have that political tessa that tuned him to the government. No. It was more of national loyalty than government loyalty. That was supposed to happen. He instilled that into us.
Even though he was a political appointee.
Yes. Yeah. I remember he said that if you are a surgeon and they bring a patient to your table, you don't look at where he comes from. Just do your work. And he emphasized that we should draw a line between regime security and national security. You see? So that helped all of us to readjust to the Acheampong's regime.
So Acheampong was there for 6, 7 years?
I think so, because
72 up until 78, so 6 years.
Yeah.
What do you make of his regime generally?
He was an enigmatic person. The mystery minds of person. Very soon, he did very well. He assembled a team, assessed the national needs.
Yeah.
Not in terms of political party ideology, but what the nation needed. He brought people like Colonel Banasco, practical military officer, who became agriculture minister, and who mooted the Operation Feed Yourself, which he led. And if you recall, it was a fantastic success.
So what we are told is Kutu Acheampong's early days he was received with such positive energy.
Sure.
And one of the things was his ability at the time to, if you like, break the tribal jinx at the time by bringing people from different tribes to be part of his government.
Yeah. I think so. In fact, Acheampong's during this time, the white tribe didn't resonate. We didn't even hear of it.
You're right.
It didn't resonate. He was a good man.
Because you remember some of his commissioners?
Yes.
By name? Do you remember some of them?
Colonel Banasco was the person.
Benasco was from Central Region, right?
Central Region. Remind me, you are a young person.
Central Region, I remember later Colonel Bedu.
Colonel Bedu, another activist person.
Yes. I mean, he even later became the commissioner for Ashanti Region.
Yes.
Yes. Ban.
Yeah, that's right, Ban.
Ban, Major Ban.
Agbo.
Salome.
A few of them.
And then you have the commissioners of northern descent, Minyela.
Okay.
Yeah, Colonel Minyela was there. And then you had quite a number also from Greater Accra region.
I think so.
Was it Toto? Was there a Toto?
I was asking to I'm talking about 50 years ago.
We were kids. You are adults, so that's why.
50 years ago is a long time.
But I think that the whole idea is to try and establish the fact that he got people from the north.
There was no perceptible tribal inclination.
Although he was an Ashanti of Ashantis.
And see, the way he began, you had no time to think of tribe.
Really?
You see? I mean, the thing.
But he was always speaking Twi.
He spoke Twi where he had to. I probably give you marks for that. Why should you always speak English when you can speak Twi?
Well, because not everybody would understand
I think at the appropriate places he spoke English.
We could quote a lot of his Twi statements. I could say Acheampong. I
know. Some of it were quoted in derision. For instance, when he said there was no rainfall and he was asking them, that's what people remember, you see.
I could say Acheampong, Oh, wow.
That was it, you know.
So generally, you think that Acheampong regime did well?
For the first 2-3 years, he did very well. You know. And that's the mystery man aspect. After a time, he began to manifest a bit of politics after a time.
Okay.
And people...
Now, when the goodwill fades, you are thinking of regime security.
Yes. You see, it's been our bane where government think more of their survival than the nation. It's been our bane. And it's been counterproductive because in the end, that was what brought them down.
Wow.
But they did well. Operation Feed Yourself, the whole nation was galvanized. Plant your backyard and so on. We had plenty of food, and we even exported some food, maize and rice.
Yeah.
The UN bought our maize and rice so we had money.
Wow.
The first 2 years, I don't think we ever went for a loan. There's no record that we went for a loan. You know. He withstood that pressure from the IMF to go for the ritual journey to Washington.
Journey to the West.
Where you troop your ministers and finance, they go to the West to approve of your budget, then you come.
Yeah.
No. He didn't do that. It was a plus on his part. See, he was more nationalistic than elsewhere.
Right. So 78, there was what was later referred to as a palace coup by General Akuffo. Was that correct? You were still in the security.
I was in the system, yes. You see,
yeah. What do you make of that?
Around that time, Acheampong's pluses were becoming minuses. The economy was not showing the way he wanted.
This is post-Unigov.
Yes, that led to Unigov. The prices were going on high. The term Kalabule came in at the time, Kalabule, where you cheat. And what was called the cheat system.
Yeah, that's cheat, yes, the paper cheat.
If you needed cement, you go to the right place, you're given the cheat, 1,000 bags cement. Then you go and sell the cheat, make your money. And it was all over. And there was a joke that at the time, senior military officers were involved in it. The joke is that if you go to Burma camp after 9, you won't find any senior person there. He's going for cheat. See, these jokes are expensive from the security point of view. It tells a story. And I remember there was this, they used to have an Armed Forces Wives Association, Officers Wives Association, where the officers' wives met. In time, the wives of the commissioners also initiated their own association. And the difference was there. See, the normal...
So you're talking about commissioners, the people we today call ministers.
Yes. Showing a lifestyle was emerging, you know, that caught people's eye and created tensions in people's hearts. You know, the commissioners' wives were dressing better, smelling better, and so on.
And chopping better.
Obviously. And some had the potholes in their cheeks have been filled.
Have been filled, man.
Evidence of
good living.
At the primary school, my children were there at the time. The commissioners' children brought sandwiches. You know, in the past, they all ate wachi, but this time they came with a package. You know, that is very, very, very irritating points. You know.
The sandwich?
Package sandwich.
It was irritating.
Well,
it was skin pain.
We are all primary guys in schools.
But the wachi is better than the sandwich.
All our parents are soldiers and children. In the past, we were eating wachi. Now, why are you bringing sandwiches?
Okay, I can understand. Yeah.
So these are small things that.
So skin pain was part of it. Skin pain.
See, if you put it that way, you underrate the problem of security.
No, what I'm saying is that skin pain fed into it.
Skin pain is negative. See.
Yeah, but the negative fed into it.
We are all eating wachi. Our parents have paid the same monies. Now suddenly you are bringing toasted, all this stuff.
But I'm told that the commissioner's children, normally when they were coming to school, they came with Mercedes Benz and even the vehicles.
An aggravating factor. You see, in politics, if you only look at the books and theories, Machiavelli, Lasky, you're making a mistake. Go to the people. Go to the people, listen to what they are saying. And fortunately, at the time, people were not too much cowed. They spoke out. Military men and police people would go to the market, and the woman was excuse me to say, spray urine on them.
Whoa.
Where the uniform, the symbol of authority, is reduced to this, you are in trouble.
So we are talking about the 70,
Yes.
between 77 and 78.
Yes. All this built up to Acheampong zone overthrow.
Wow. And these are signals that you picked within the security system.
Yes, we picked.
And you communicated same to them?
Sure, you did.
And how did he take it?
Well, how is very interesting to see. I want to give an.
Hang on. So this is Mr. Kofi Bentum-Quantson, security man par excellence. So it's obvious that the government of the day wasn't looking good, and they normally will have information ahead of time. Now, this information is passed on to General Acheampong at the time, and you'd want to know how he received it, what he did with it. We'll take a short break. When we come back, just stay tuned.
Love the Premier League? Your DSTV premium subscription could get you there in real life, Charlie. Stay connected for your chance to watch the Premier League live. Man U versus Man City at Old Trafford, or Arsenal versus Man U in London. Stay connected to score with DSTV Premium. This promo is regulated by the NNA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. This is Footprint. We're just having a very interesting conversation with Mr. Kofi Bentum-Quantson. And this whole Acheampong thing leading to 1978, what was then described as a palace coup led by General F.W.K. Akuffo. So we're saying that Acheampong was just enjoying himself at some point, even though people say they were suffering. He didn't seem to, connect the dots. So how do you read that as a security person?
I don't think it's the right situation. People will poke fun and joke. For instance, when the students went on strike in Legon, and they wanted assurance that when they came, nothing will happen. They wanted guarantees. There was this quip that too. Acheampong, if it's guaranteed, why haven't they given their sizes? At the time, there were some shoes with heavy.
The heavy sole guarantee.
But I don't. That cannot be true. See, people quipped.
Oh, so he didn't say that.
No,
guarantee they are more size and brother. But that sounded like him, though.
No, see, that's why it's a mystery man. He's not a man easy to diagnose. He was kind to a fault.
Really?
In responding to people. If you needed a cousin of his, and you were able to get through his ADC, he would issue a check, help him with one. And that was one of the things that also undermined his position. Too kind to a fault.
Okay.
People said, we have said that a politician must have some streets where you must slap, you slap if you're a politician. Where you must smile. But people took advantage of Acheampong's benevolence and got contra. If you were able to get in with your problem, you solve it. ADC, she make sure he gets 1 carton of fish, that type of thing. The question of his enjoyment, I'm not too sure all is true. See, the period in which she was working couldn't have provided him with that space for enjoyment.
Okay.
So it was a very tense period. Things were, when things began to slide back against him. There was one time when he told a friend, he said he has regretted because, quote, he says, Ghana has no problems. It has problematic people. So Ghana has no problems. All problematic people. That's why he says a bit of an enigmatic person. But some of the things said about him were thinking in more jocose mood than in serious mood.
Yeah. So real intelligence would indicate that, Acheampong, you are in trouble.
Of course.
We have given you the information. How did he take it?
Some of it I can't reveal. Some was funny. I'll give you a para story. A report was made to him about some subversive activities. And he wrote on the report, ADC, make me 3 copies. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Make me 3 copies.
Oh, as in what the report suggests can happen, he now says that nothing will happen.
In the 3 copies, you send some to his he believed in. He believed in the cosmic. I don't want to say spiritualism because but he believed in powers beyond the physical.
Okay.
So yeah, people pray for him. People came from other places. He believed in the system. So when he said, make me 3 copies, he was saying, go to send them to some people to...
Some PowerPoints.
And he was a very religious person. We don't know, very religious person. So, but things began to slide.
Yeah.
You see, at that time too, he was indicating his interest in politics.
Yeah.
A few of the CPP people were inching to him and urging him on, And
like who?
I can't mention them, sir.
Okay.
And then when he brought this Unigov, from the beginning he had a point. He said, we have had party politics. Look at where we are. Coups, this and so. Let's have something of a non-political party nature. Sound advice. The flip side was when he divided the nation into soldiers, policemen and civilians, Unigov, that they will blend into a harmonious political system that will avoid coups and so on. That was the problem. And then people were even prepared to accept for a while. But then when he showed his interest as being going to be part of the Unigov, so then conflicts came in. And that didn't end in very good marks at all. Particularly when he began to push the idea of Unigov, more than what it should have been. So he was okay for some time until things got bad and Kalabule, and as he said, Ghanaians, same Ghana people, And when we do an analysis of our situation, and we tend to blame these political parties, I laugh. The same Ghana people, MPP, right now, MPP, NDC, whatever it is, are they from space? Same people. Acheampong said, Ghana has no problems. It has problematic people. I don't know whether you agree.
No, I do agree. I mean, we do have problems as a result of our problematic nature.
Okay.
You know, but if you don't tackle it from the people,
Okay.
then you are going nowhere.
Indeed.
You are going nowhere. I agree with you. So eventually, Akuffo took over in '78.
Yes.
At this time, you were still with a special.
Yeah, I was there. I don't know.
And can you walk us through your own recollections of Akuffo's short stay leadership till?
You see, the Akuffo people were, I don't know why West are invading me today. They were part of the cabal.
Of course,
Acheampong system.
Of course, yeah.
They profited.
Yeah.
Their wives collected cheats and so on.
So they were doing the cheat system for influential people. You go and they write cheat for you, then you...
Including their wives.
And
go and
we were
take
told that you could take a cheat to go to the bank to take a loan.
I didn't have that experience. But the cheat was money. You see, if I take a cheat for 1,000 bags of cement, I sell it to you.
Yeah.
It's money. You see. It had a very corruptible influence, cheat system, you see. So,
Because there were shortages generally in the system.
So the Akuffo system, the charges they preferred against Acheampong was a direct indictment on themselves.
Because they just changed positions.
You've been part of this system for a long time. How do you suddenly become this? Moreover, becoming this was not a collective action. It was instigated by people in the system who were fed up with the whole system.
Okay.
So how do you become a circumstant entity? Acheampong had done this, he had a dictator. All the generals and marshals to sit down for this man to be a dictator? No, can't be.
So eventually, Jerry Rawlings will kick him out.
Yeah.
June 4th. Remember June 4th?
I do. Interesting time, because at that time, I had been sent to wear police uniform. I had been posted to the Acheampong division of the Ghana Police Service. A very interesting.
This is 1979.
1978, 79. You see. The Acheampong's last Unigov rally throughout the whole country, I was made to cover it. I was done with the special branch. There was an officer who should have done it, but they didn't consider him competent, but he had the post. So we went around the whole country. When we came back, I did a comprehensive analysis. Even members of the government who spoke on the platform didn't believe in the Unigov. They didn't. I spoke to all the members of the council. The only person who wouldn't talk was General Akuffo. Because I think he was too fed up with us to talk about it. When I came, I made a report that this Unigov thing will be a problem. People are prepared to give you the benefit of the doubt, provided the military will stay out of it. But if they stayed in, there will be a problem. And I made some very serious conclusions I don't want to. When the report went, they said, I was a disloyal person, that I have used my own disloyalty to
concoct a report.
In terms of it was, I was more surprised. I was surprised. I went around the whole country with Acheampong. I've done the analysis. The chiefs who came to read the Unigov thing, the script was given to them, but money and champagne, they can't read it. They didn't believe, they didn't even know what was the Unigov. So the thing won't work.
Yeah.
If you force it, it will explode somehow. So I was sent out to police, go and wear police uniform. Since the police school, I have never worn uniform.
Okay.
And a man who has been deputy to the special branch, acted on several occasions as director.
Yeah.
Now you go and put to Acheampong, not even the regional police headquarters. So
You are brought to Akimoda.
in police, go and,
Where? Old Town, New Town.
as second in command to the divisional commander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember him?
The
Divisional commander at the time.
Mr. Tam.
Oh,
The Tam. He's retired now. Very nice man.
Mr. Tam.
Tam, T-H-A-M.
Okay. He was from the north.
No, and a
Okay.
Guapo man.
Oh, okay.
And all of them were wondering why I've been sent there. It didn't make sense. But then, people who sent me there have gone to drop in that I was there on a special operation to arrest diamond smugglers. So that's how this got here.
So then eventually the Rollins coup
I came back, yeah.
will come. All right. So people, you've been watching Footprints, and I've had a wonderful conversation with Mr. Quantson, a security man. From the way he answers his questions, I'm telling you that at age 91, he's still a security man in the blood. He chooses what to say, what not to say. So a lot to learn from him. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. I am Samuel Atamensa. See you next week.